The strengths of the psychology department at Waterloo are myriad. It's very strong, very productive. We have millions of dollars in grants. We have 6 areas. The biggest is clinical. We have social psychology, cognitive psychology, developmental psychology, cognitive neuroscience, and perhaps the unusual one is industrial organizational psychology. There's only 5 of those in the country.
Throughout the 4 years, there's a mixture of research work where you run studies to work on your thesis, and in addition there's also a lot of applied and consulting experiences along the way. So there's a really good mixture of academic work, applied work, and research that goes on at the same time in the 4 years.
The classes here are pretty diverse in their topics. It'll usually be kind of a round table situation where most of the class is dedicated to discussion.
The students get larger offices that are shared, and they're right across the hallway from the faculty members. So it's really easy to go to the faculty members' offices and just drop in and say hi or talk about research.
So some of the equipment available in the department is obviously there's basic computers for running basic experiments, but they also have eye tracking equipment in some labs, and then there's in the CNS area they have EEG and ERP equipment, and then the gambling lab, which is also part of the CNS department, they have slot machines that are actually rigged up with probabilities and so on.
When we do apply to the school, we do receive an offering of a certain amount, so you're guaranteed a certain amount of money for every year that you do attend for your PhD.
The graduate association here is called GASP, and it stands for Graduate Association of Students in Psychology. Right now we're currently putting together a kind of mini conference for the department. You'll always find it surprising whose research is actually closely related to you. You kind of are approaching similar questions but in different ways.
I think everyone in the 6 areas collaborates with each other, so there's a lot of cross-area collaborations. There's a lot of co-supervision. There's a lot of collaborative research going on across the areas.
One great thing about the clinical training in our program here is that there's a really big focus both on clinical work and on building your program of research.
The Centre for Mental Health Research is the primary venue through which students in our PhD program in clinical psychology receive their clinical training. Through the Centre, what we want to do is provide excellence in clinical training to our students, provide excellence in psychological service to the community, and provide excellence in research on mental health problems. One of the main things that our students tell us, our graduates tell us, is that they really do take away what they feel is a commitment to high standards. They find themselves very well prepared for their residencies and very well prepared for their careers. They take on leadership roles either within their institutions or within the national psychological organizations.
One thing you'll notice about the publications from Waterloo is that many different faculty and many different students are often on the same publication, and that just sort of reflects how collaborative the environment is.
The department publishes routinely in the very top journals in the field. Graduate students, and sometimes even undergraduate students, are lead authors on the papers. So there's a real effort to mentor both our graduates and our undergraduate students into the process of doing science.